Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Deivathin Kural, Volume 2, Part 1. Sacred Beginning, Baby God, Baby and the Grandmother. I am going to talk to you about one old grandmother called Patti in Tamil. Patti normally will be seated in one place with her legs extended, but this Patti was not like that. Instead of staying in one place, she kept moving from place to place all over Tamil Nadu, not sparing even a small, tiny village. She kept on spreading the word of God and a stream of advices to young and old on individual enterprise, humanness, and good behavior. Let us leave the party to her circumambulations and come back to her a little later. Let us take a look at this baby. It is a roly-poly, well-fed baby. Normally, one would expect a baby to be running about, playing and prancing without a second's let-up. No, not this baby. This one does not move easily and remains static in one place. Funny to some. The party is ever dynamic, active, and mobile, whereas the baby is inactive and static. But the baby, the reason for party's hectic power of mobility. Who is this baby? If you ask this question in Tamil, it will sound like Pillayar. That will also be the answer, that he is the Pillayar. He is the Pillai or son, being addressed with respect. We add R and call him Pillayar. If somebody remains seated firmly in one place, we tick him or her off by saying, "Why are you sitting in one place like a kallu pullayar?" The word kallu in Tamil means made of stone. He is the first son of the parents of the whole world and universe, Parvati Parameshwara. So, we call him with respect Pillayar. In other states, he is called Ganapati or Ganesh. For the army of Shiva's Bhuta Gyanas, he is the Pati or Ishwar or chief. So, he is Ganapati or Ganesha. As the head of the Ganas, he is also known as Vinayaka. Nayak is head. The prefix V is added either to enhance the emphasis or indicate the opposite. So, he is the V plus Nayak is equal to Vinayak, to mean the special chief or for whom there is no other chief. There is nothing in this world that he cannot bless us with. Especially, he can and does remove all obstacles in one's way. So, he is also addressed as Vigneshwarar. Before embarking on any venture, we invoke his blessings to offset any likely obstacles en route. So the first puja is to him, as he is at the top of the list of protocol. He is also known as Gajamukha or Gajarajan. Since he is depicted with the head of an elephant, elephant is physically very powerful. Still, it does not hurt or injure as does a lion or tiger. In places like Burma and Kerala, elephants do the job of tractors and carriers. Pillayar also does many big jobs as he is very powerful, but he does not show off his powers and never hurts but always does well for us all. Elephant has a sharp intelligence, incisive and analytical brains, and a fine memory. So is Pillayar the embodiment of knowledge and awareness. Whatever an elephant does is a pleasure to watch. Its pendulous walk, its use of the trunk and mouth while eating, its ears and small tail flapping and relentlessly chasing away the flies, the way it uses the trunk to lift a flower delicately or a tree trunk effortlessly is all a tremendous show. Its face is absolute peace. Those small eyes, while being observant, seem to have so much love in them without any agitation. Out of all animals, we prefer to watch an elephant. Similarly, out of all human beings in various activities, we prefer to watch a baby. A baby with no bad thoughts, absolutely innocent, happily playing, is again a sight for sore eyes. Pilayar is an elephant and a baby too. One can never have enough of him. His is the innocent baby heart. Like an elephant, he is powerful and brilliant and sharp. More than anything else, he is such a beauty that can never satiate, a fountain of happiness and a bundle of joy. Opposites and contradictions coalesce in him so beautifully naturally. Below the neck, he is a baby human, while above the neck, he is an elephant, an animal. In reality, he is neither animal nor human, but a deity, that too the foremost among all deities. Despite being a baby, he is the personification of immense and mammoth power, principles, and ideas. In him, a variety of contrasts so beautifully merge that everything seems to unify without any apparent contradiction. For example, he has a piece of broken tusk in one hand and in other a sweet korakattai made of rice powder made into small receptacles in which a mix of coconut powder and jaggery is kept, sealed and steamed. This mix is known as Purnam or complete wholesomeness. So in one hand is incomplete, half-broken tusk, in the other complete wholesomeness. The totally complete being is Pillayar himself. He is the Purnam. To know Purnam is happiness. Another name for happiness is Modam or Modakam. This Korakate is known as Modakam too. Another contrast. Pillayar is a baby. He is a brahmachari or ever celibate. He came as an elephant and drove Valli into the hands of Subramanya, his younger brother, to enable them to get married. Even today, when people want to get married, they take Pillayar's help, this permanent bachelor. What does it mean? What he may not need in his state, he is willing to provide for the devotees and thereby lift us slowly above our wants. As a Kallu Pillayar made of stone, though he is static, he can lift us to the highest level of existence. He did so for Avvaiyar, lifting her in one fluent stroke from South India to Kailasha in the Himalayas. As we keep looking at Pillayar, many such ideas and deep-rooted meanings will become apparent. Actually, the limitations is in our brains and not in his infinite abilities or grandeur. They say that Kurandayum Deivamum Kondadum Idathil, meaning children and gods thrive where they are adored. The divinity itself has come as a baby in Pillayar. So in Tamil Nadu, which celebrates him as the infant god, he is there in every nook and corner, blessing all and sundry. It is his blessing that the old lady party ran around every village of Tamil Nadu. Who is that party? In Tamil will be Party Yar. She is Partiyar or Avvaiyar. Pillayar Avvaiyar. What a combination. As a boon for Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu's speciality. There is nobody who has done more in terms of social and religious service for Tamil Nadu as Avvaiyar. If there was good behavior and devotion for thousands of years in this part of the country, it is undoubtedly due to Avvaiyar. From early childhood, if good behavior and devotion to God becomes deep-rooted based on the correct attitude to self and the world, then that attitude and behavior becomes permanent. There have been many great poets and devotees in the past, but what they wrote or sang were mainly meant for elders. Avayar did not lack in poetical abilities or devotional intensity. Actually, she was too great a Jnani, extremely well grounded in Yoga Shastra. She correctly identified children as the target audience of her advisors. So, whatever she sang were in the form of teachings for children. When it comes to these matters, after all, even grown ups are children only. She advised all the children with the same concern that any grandmother has for her grandchildren. Her love is so great that even generations later, when it comes to teaching children, Atichudi comes first. First puja is for Pillayar. First reading is Avayar's teachings. For thousands of years, if her words have sustained and flourished, the power of her words is apparent. When you make a sincere and true statement, soaked in wisdom and love, that becomes universally and eternally acceptable. Avai's words are such that they have retained their charm even after translations into other languages. Among us, there may be many who have not read the poetry of Kambar, Purgayandi, or Ilango, but there cannot be any who does not know at least one saying of Avayar. Where from did Avayar get such power into her words? She was also very strong physically. Walking on foot, she went to every big and small town, city, village, Patti, Thoti, Kuggramam, Cheri, Puri, Puram, Palli, and Halli. In all those places, she assembled the children and taught them her Upadeshas. Where did she get such power in her being? Both power of words and physical power are Pillayar's blessings. She was a great devotee of Pillayar. It is his blessings that she became an old woman even in her young age. She wanted to avoid and shortcut the normal route of falling in love, getting married, and begetting children. She got this obstacle to a life of devotion and service removed by praying to Pillayar to give her the looks of an old woman in her youth. Pillayar, who assisted Subramanya Swami to get married, helped this woman to short circuit the very process of growing into maturity and wisdom. When the world is full of people who want to retain their youth even in old age, King Yayatis to Richard Gere ad infinitum ad nauseam. She asked for and obtained old age so as to obviate lustful thoughts from the onlookers' minds. Pillayar agreed with her views totally. He decided that it is not enough to only retain her devotion. He spun her off as the ambassador and minister of devotion to catch the young minds of generations yet to come. From a woman with no family, he made her the grandmother of all children, including those yet to be born. She fulfilled her appointed role quite willingly. She spent her life in puja and dhyana of Pillayar and teaching children. That old woman went around thousands of years back. I have also done so now. She went around Tamil Nadu. I have included the whole country in my ambit. What I have noticed is that it is only in Tamil Nadu that Pillayar is seated in every nook and corner, on every square or circle or T-junction, on the banks of river, lake, pond and well, under a tree or without a tree, with or without a roof overhead. He is as happy under a tin roof as with elaborate praharam, gopuram and vidhanam. If nothing else, the sky as a roof will do most sufficiently, thank you. This is the speciality of Tamil Nadu, that wherever Avayar went, Pillayar happily took permanent residence there. Like Adi Shankara and Avayar in the past and Mahatma Gandhi in the recent times, Periwal also as he is eventually referred to, went around this whole country on foot only for more than 60 years. Here is a very rare reference to his so doing to make a point that in other states of India, Playar is more noticeable by his absence as compared to Tamil Nadu. The overwhelming preponderance of Playar in Tamil Nadu can only be due to Avayar's influence relative for the whole world. Pelliyar is easily accessible even to very poor people. You can invoke his presence in a spoonful of turmeric or clay or cow dung. He is easily pleased. He comes and installs himself wherever and whenever you call him, in stone or clay, and blesses us. You do not have to know elaborate procedures and mantras. Even an unread can get his response anytime, as he is always available on call online with other devatas. It is said that a proper detailed procedure is adopted. You have to do prana pratishtha and invoke the life force of that devata in the statue. No such procedural formalities with Pillayar. You think of him and he is there for you. With other gods, we have to look for a suitable time, have a bath, buy or collect the necessary puja dravyam, and then go to the temple. Even there, we cannot go to the particular deity directly. Go around the prahara and not go too near either. Player is not like that. Whatever time on the way to the office or school or shop, just happen to raise your head and notice a player there on the road, turning or street corner, or under a tree. We do a tap tap on the head with the closed fists of both hands and do a tobir karanam, in which we catch off both ears and crossed hands and do a sit down, stand up action 3 times. That's all. The puja is over. We get a not easily definable mix of peace and satisfaction. All that he has as a temple is only a room, or even without that, a pedestal. So, without any restraint or differentiation, all are able to approach quite close and have his darshan. His ease of accessibility seems to contribute to his popularity, with which he is able to receive the Karnam from his devotees. There are some special steps which have evolved by tradition. They are Sidaru Tengai Poduvadu, meaning to smash a coconut to cause its pieces to scatter in all directions. Second is to lightly tap on your forehead with closed fists. Third is to hold your ears with hands crossed in front, sit down on your haunches till the knees touch the ground, and stand up. This third action is called Tobir Karanam. Why do we do this? There is a yoga shastra. It tells us to how by various exercises we can make the body supple, control the breath, and cause it to become systematic. By this process, we gain control over the mind, avoiding negative thoughts and cultivating positive vibration. The light tapping on the forehead and Topir Karnam are part of this process of mind control through yoga asanas. These changes are accentuated by faith and sincerity. Avayar, who has written widely for the benefit of the children, has also written Vinayagar Agaval, full of very deep principles of Yoga Shastra. It is only a small stotra on Pillayar but has very subtle esoteric truths. It is worth knowing by heart. It is good to think of Pillayar and Avayar simultaneously. Everybody should chant this Vinayagar Agaval at least once every Friday in front of Pillayar and submit it to him. Everybody belongs to Pillayar and Pillayar belongs to everyone. He is related to the poor and downtrodden too. Even 100 people and poor urchins have a direct access to this common man's God. The Sidiru Tengai are meant for poor children mainly. They have a right over the pieces of coconut so distributed in his presence. As an infant god, he is very popular with children. He is also very close to women folk as he is very dear to the mother's instinct in every woman. As Avai Party is a woman, they have a direct special right on this shloka. So, it is in the rightness of things that women and children should all learn this Vinayagar Agaval. You need not worry if the meaning is somewhat difficult and the pronunciation in places is slightly tough. Avayar's words have the power to directly appeal to the inner self. By the time it becomes committed to memory, the import will be known to your heart that will benefit the family, community, country, and the world at large. Say there is a beautiful box containing gems, but whose key has been misplaced. Will we forsake the box for this reason? Let the key be found in its time. In the meanwhile, we will keep the box very safe, is it not so? As otherwise, even if the key is found later, there will be no gain. Vinayagar Agaval is such a box of Yoga Shastra gems. It does not matter if we presently do not have the necessary understanding and grasp. We will keep chanting it. Slowly, the inner meanings will reveal itself. Pilayar will grant us the key of understanding. Pilayar is good for all, dear to all. The symbols connected to Shiva will not be seen in Vishnu temples, Perumal Kovil such as Shivaling, Ambal and Murugan statues, but Pillayar can be seen there too. There he is called Tumbikai Alvar. He is beyond the conflict between the devotees of Shiva and Vishnu. That is why he is accepted by Buddhists and Jains too, though he may not be found as preponderate as in Tamil Nadu. He is to found in every religious kshetra all over India. For example, in Gokarna on the west coast as Bala Ganapati, he is said to have taken the Atma Linga from the hands of Ravana. He is the Vatapi Ganapati of Middle India and Dandi Vinayagar of Kashi. He is also there in Kedarnath. Not only in India but all over the world, from Japan to Mexico, Ganesh statues are revered and cherished and continues to be discovered in excavations. We should continue to be devoted to such a god who is popular all over the world. We should offer sugarcane, modakam, all types of leaves, fruits, flowers and grass to him and distribute them to the children. He is the god who came as the child. He should be fed with enough to retain his chubby roly-poliness. His topai, that is tummy, should never be permitted to sag or shrink out of hunger. By Siddharatengai, we should make his children devotees happy. As elders, if we thus make children happy, as the son of Ishvara, he will enable us to enjoy his company as the children do. Growing up always increases responsibilities, care, stress, pressure, and tension. We must raise above all this by making this baby God a partner in all our endeavors and become as happy as he is. He is called Sumukha and Prasanna Vadana, meaning sweet and pleasant faced. He can easily make us like him if we have true devotion. As people of South India, we should consider him as a boon never to be forgotten. If we all make it a habit to visit Gadapati temple, chant Vinayagar Agaval and offer Siddharatengai, then the existing thousands of temples may not be sufficient. With the increase in the number of devotees visiting temples, we may have to construct more temples. There is one peculiar tradition I have heard about when constructing a new temple for Pillayar. As per that tradition, instead of making a new statue for the new temple, an old one should be stolen and installed. You may ask as to how When stealing is as it is forbidden, this sort of a tradition could have come into vogue. The only answer I can think of is that only when such a threat exists, the already installed ones will be well taken care of. The point to understand is that if we take care of him, he will not only take care of us but shower all his blessings on us. The best for us, our country, and the world is to catch hold of Pillayar through our year. Om Shri Mahaperivar Sharanam.